Just a little unboxing here. Here is how I think is going to be an example of how not to package something. I scored this bit of test gear on eBay, a rather unusual one. We'll take a quick look at it, but the packaging is absolutely piss poor. It did only come from Sydney. It's not like it had to come from overseas, but still, I mean, I don't feel any padding in there at all. All I feel is just the top of the instrument, and I don't think there's any padding on the front panel. I think there's one main knob and lots of buttons and a CRT screen, but that's you know. And on the bottom here, if you take a look, we've actually got a foot sticking out. Can you believe it? So when this thing gets dropped in the back of the truck, and it will get dropped in the back of the truck, bang, straight on the foot. Even if they put he's already put there was a note on, yeah, up. Even if it, you know, there's an, you know, even if they follow this, which they probably won't, and only send it shipped up like that, when they drop it in the back of the truck, all the force is going to go through the damn foot on the back of this thing right into it. I mean, oh man, at least a couple of layers of bubble wrap or something, for goodness sake. Anyway, let's get on to it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a bit of test gear sent as badly as this one. At least some of them have, you know, some foam peanut, a box with foam peanuts or something like that. So, the guy who sent this obviously has no clue. Oh, look, oh no, oh yeah, okay. No, okay, I stand corrected. Looks like there's a bit of foam on the front panel. Okay, there's a bit of paper at the back here. So here's the front of the instrument, here's the rear. Okay, but still, there's nothing. I mean, you know. So it has at least protected the front panel. So maybe the, what's the best way to open this? I think I should just cut straight along this thing perhaps and open it like that. That's probably the best way to do it. Got to be careful when cutting these instruments open, by the way, because sometimes you can, you know, if you've got your knife, and especially if like customs open them or something, I've seen photos of where they've used, you know, their box cutter knife or whatever, and they've just sliced, you know, they've just sliced it open like this, and the front panel's right there, and the blade goes right through onto the front panel and just scratches right across it, or the top of the case, or whatever. So yeah, you've got to be, pretty careful with that sort of stuff. Now, here it is. We've got, here we go. Got a power cord with it, and so yeah, what we have here is we have just some crushed up paper at the back of it. That's okay, but there's nothing on the tops or the sides, and as I said, all the force goes through that foot. That's bent down there. I'm not sure if that's existing condition or not, but there is some foam on the front, so he's at least done that. Okay, so I do take back what I said about the front panel. I thought the front panel wouldn't be protected, didn't feel like it, but it is. So a bit of thought's gone into it, but still a fail. And we've got some paper on the back side as well, but no paper on this side. So, like, you know, God. Oh, and look at that. There's a CD in there as well, just to protect the CRT screen. Looks like it hasn't cracked. So it looks like this thing has made it, and you saw a glimpse of what this thing is here. So let's hang on. This could get messy. Let me just ditch the whole thing here, and ta-da! We're left with a bit of, well, yeah, it's a bit crusty, but it is a Stanford Research. Ta-da, there it is. Stanford Research Systems. Highly coveted test gear. They go for quite high prices on eBay. Anything with the Stanford Research badge on it. The model SR430 multi-channel scalar. What's a multi-channel scalar? It's actually a photon counter. So it's well, it's used for photon counting. It's used in the scientific industry for counting photons, and I'm sure there's you know, a few other uses as well. But that's, I think, one of its primary things. So it's known as a photon counter, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this thing. So if you've got any good ideas, it was sold as working, so it's going to be the subject of a teardown Tuesday, but we'll power it up here just to make sure it works. It's really old and crusty. I've got no idea where it's come from, but let's power it up. It did come from Australia, as I said, so it should be 240. If there's a oh, here we go. I know who it's come from. It has come from, it's made in the USA, of course. USA, USA, USA. But it comes from, there you go, the University of New South Wales Physics Department. Tested in 2004 by J10. Good on you, J10. Retest date December 2009. Wow, that's a long calibration interval. If that's even like a calibration tested, well, yeah, how? You know, is it a certified lab? I don't think so. Looks like we've got a fan grill here, crushed in. It's got various inputs: inhibit in, subtract in, toggle out. Your guess is as good as mine how these worked. I've never used a photon counter at all. Good old IEEE port. It's got a printer port, RS-232, real old school PC 8088 PC keyboard, because I presume like it runs DOS or something like that. And that, folks, is all there is on the back. So let's power it up and see if this photon counter actually works. So yeah, it doesn't have a switchable frequency. It's a universal input, I think. 220, 240, half an amp. Yeah, it's just saying use a different fuse. So here we go. And here it goes. Will it release the magic smoke? Don't hear anything. Hey, there it is. It's coming up. Stanford Research Systems. Multi-channel scalar. Screen looks alright. It doesn't look to be any burn-in on that screen. It's really bright, showing up great on the camera here. And I have no idea how to use one of these things. Never used one before. Soft buttons all work, and got a nice big knob on the thing here. I like that. We're adjusting aux2 level, whatever that is. I don't know. I have no idea how to use it. Menu, display, what do we got? System, help. There we go. Help button. Select key for help. Mode. Press the mode key to enter the mode menu. Bin width, bins, blah, 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 blah. Display. Oh, I've got no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Math, plot, recall, trace, all, cursor, blah, blah, blah. Info. About SRS. Has got like a self-test. Fundamental constants. Ooh, look at these fundamental constants. Oh, lovely. You can program those in, and just in case the fundamental constants change. Return status. Serial pole status. No, test. Here we go. It's got a test button. Return. It's got a test button. Disk drive, printer test, knob test, keyboard test, keypad test. I want like test the electronics more. RS-232 memory, screen, calibrate levels. So let's test the memory. In this thing, main memory. 6 we'll test, we'll check, blah blah blah, test, pass, pass, pass. Beautiful. I like it. Video memory, test, boom. Saw a scan line went through there, pass. What else have we got? Screen test. Woohoo! Version 111, serial number 9521. That's lovely. Calibrate. Unauthorized access. Ooh, no. you obviously need a like a password or something. I don't know, have to read the manual. Maybe there's a service manual or something for it. Test disk drive. I believe it's like a DOS format or something like that. Test the knob. Oh, look, there we go. I'm rotating the knob. Wow, that's exciting. So, well, you know, seems to work. The B and C's on it look a bit crusty, but you know, I've seen a lot worse than that, that's for sure. So there you have it. Probably see a teardown of this coming soon. See what's inside. Model SR430 multi-channel scalar Photon Counter from Stanford Research Systems. Haven't torn down a bit of Stanford Research gear before, I don't think, even though I've had a few in my lab over the years. I haven't, I don't think I've actually torn down one on the video, so we'll take a look. Stanford Research gear is known for their manuals. In fact, I still have, ta-da, check it out, a Stanford Research. Actually, I've got two. This is, I've got the manual, I've got the service guide for the model SR7080 network signal analyzer, which I used to have at work, and I've also got the DS360 low distortion oscillator. I think I may have copied that one myself. I don't think that's original, but that's got all the schematics and everything in there for the low distortion oscillator. And I've also got the manual for the SR560 low noise preamplifier, and that's got all the schematics and everything in there as well, theory of operation, all sorts of great stuff like that. So that's what noise sources and so that's what Stanford Research is known for, producing really good service manuals. Often these are very, you know, people resell these for crazy prices on eBay. Some of them go for big dollars. But you can probably, you know, find the PDF scan copy of them somewhere perhaps. But they're known for producing good quality gear, usually older technology, like you know, through-hole stuff. But everything's repairable, uses common off-the-shelf parts, all that sort of stuff usually. And the service manuals are very comprehensive. So Stanford Research gear, if you can actually pick them up for a reasonable price on eBay, I paid a whopping $50 for this thing. They still sell it currently for I think $7,500 or something like that. I just couldn't resist it. I got no idea what I'm going to do with it, but for $50 I thought it'll make a teardown anyway, even if it's not very exciting inside. I don't know, a photon counter, what do you expect? You expect just basically, because it's, I think it's just discrete digital inputs. I'm not sure if it's actually got preamps or not. It might. Things like that. Anyway, I have to read up on it and have a look. But anyway, expect to see a teardown of this one soon. So there's a little quick unboxing. It did survive the trip, but yeah, just watch it when you get this sort of stuff. And you know, you don't have control over it. A bit of rust on the screws there, but yeah, it's not in great condition. It's one of the original models. I think there might be like a B model now or something like that, but yeah, it's a bit old, but gee, I don't know. If you've got any good ideas, any fun stuff I can do with this that's simple and practical, then leave it in the comments or on the EEVblog forum. Catch you next time.